Unusual phenomena, UFOs. You can always rely on being correctly instructed when you turn to me myself for an explanation. You will also sense it mentally, that is, your reasoning will already move within the truth because this is what you are looking for. Thus, feeling-wise, you will already be on the right path even if you are still occupied with apparently unsolved problems. For the prerogative of those who unite with me, the eternal truth, consists of the fact that they feel an inner resistance as soon as they are affected by misguided thoughts. You have to expect many unusual phenomena during the last days, and then can decide for yourselves whether to ascribe them to me or to my adversary, who will conduct himself equally extraordinary to gain his victims. And you will also have to learn to differentiate. You should not forget that the world is his domain, and therefore he will also show himself in the world and by means of worldly machinations. But you should know, too, that there is no power which could prevent my working and thus change my eternal plan of salvation, which includes an end of this earth period. For I pursue a goal which only serves to release the fallen spiritual substances from the abyss, and I truly know when the right time has come. One thing is certain, my adversary's plans do not agree with mine. He does not pursue the same goal. That is to help the fallen spirits. Instead, he only ever intends to render my plans ineffective, to put a stop to them and at the same time defeat me myself, which he will never achieve. On the one hand, he now urges people to experiment in various ways in order to destroy creations, because he believes that he thereby can release the captive spiritual substance and gain it for himself. And on the other hand, he makes people believe that they need not fear the danger of an end in order to stop them from consciously working on improving their soul, which, in view of the end, is nevertheless pursued by those who follow the signs of the time and therefore also know how late it is. For that reason he works with much cunning and causes confusion, which will also affect those who do not want to belong to him. He tries to make people believe in apparently real things which will retain their appearance until suitably minded people have sighted them. People who, due to their attitude and thoughts, are susceptible to God's adversary's influence. Who do not even want to think about an end of this earth. Who would also rather believe in the most incredible actions or provisions to prevent such an end than to accept the truth, which is proclaimed to them time and again. Their attitude provides my adversary with a good response. They believe to be within the range of good forces and yet have become subject to my adversary, for he uses them to spread misguided teachings and satanic work. My adversary is entitled to immense power at the end. It is the countermeasure for my unusual, merciful work on people whom I still want to help to find me. I work in unusual ways indeed, but I do not affect people's senses unnaturally. I work inwardly and want to gain influence on people's hearts. My adversary, however, makes an impression on people's senses, people's intellect, and he only strengthens the desire for an indestructibility of earth and a prevented end at the last minute. My adversary counteracts me and my proclamations, and that alone should expose him. It should demonstrate who is at work when people's minds are troubled by inexplicable events by which my predicted end of the earth becomes questionable. My word is truth, and thus my adversary cannot refute these proclamations, irrespective of how cunning and crafty he intends to proceed. And people themselves could recognize who tries to influence them if only they would always take the path to me, who truly will not withhold the truth from them. Amen.